Hi everyone, it's Natalie here. So as you can see, I'm not in my usual place this week. I'm sitting outside on the deck at Mom and Dad's, or one of the decks at Mom and Dad's, and sorry about that. I just kicked the little table here. And I got trusty Wonder Dog here right next to me helping me out this morning. So we just finished the Mo divination, and it's now time for the tarot. So, yeah, I said in the Mo video as well that, being in a different place this week and kind of having things moved around in my schedule and working on accommodating that has meant my readings are a little bit later this week than I would have planned. Because the day I was the rats died on my day off, where I was going to start filming stuff to make sure I was ahead of things. And then, yeah, it's been kind of an intense week. So in the name of self-compassion, I'm just kind of naming what's happening and moving forward as best as I can. So there we go. So that said, this week I'm working with a new deck. I just unboxed it yesterday. I did film an unboxing of it. It is a beautiful deck. I'm very excited to work with it, and I just couldn't wait. I was going to do, and I'll do it for the new moon reading for sure, but I was going to use the Numinous Tarot this week with the literary oracle, with the thread-bound oracle, and instead I ended up deciding last minute to use this one. So this is the Ink Witch Tarot deck by Eric Maille, or Maille. Not sure how he pronounces his name. And yeah, lovely tuck box. It is a beautiful little deck filled with really stunningly illustrated cards. Yeah, it's a really beautiful, beautiful deck. So he is also LGBTQ, and it is Pride Month, and I am a major, major lover of Pride Month. And so, yeah, here we go. Although this is like the Numinous, these are both decks I would expect fully to work with all year round. Yeah, because it's marvelous. So, that said, it does smell so good. This is a good smelling deck. All right, I'm going to give it a shuffle, and we're going to do the weekly spread, which is the one that I've been doing of late, where we have 3 cards. We have one card. The first one tells us what the spirit of the week is that is most present with us, right? So what we will have most presently with us all week long as we move through, represented by a card. What is that energy or spirit? And then our highest priority for the week, and then finally what we most need to be mindful of. Okay, so let me give these a shuffle. And they are really marvelous. Let's see. This is precarious, but there we go. Isn't that nice? So, okay, so for our first card of the week, I'm just going to take a deep breath and breathe on the cards here. Oh, look at that. So the energy that is most present with us this week, or the spirit most present with us this week, comes from the 4 of Swords. And we have this lovely cicada. So those of you on the east coast of the United States, or the eastern half of the United States, you have my empathy. Probably most of you are wishing that some of these cicadas would crawl back underground and knock it off. But we have something to learn from them, clearly. So this week, being couple of things here, really. I'm seeing taking the time to rest and retreat when it's necessary, right? When there are swords in the ground, we need to switch off a little bit here and there where it's necessary. So where we need to, take the time to rest and recuperate. In terms of communication, what I'm also seeing here is like soften the edge, right? Soften the edge of your words. Be gentle in your speech. Maybe don't speak when you don't need to. You know, decide whether something needs to be said. Decide whether it's important enough to be spoken, or whether it would be enough simply to close your mouth, take a break, get away from the situation, right, where there's potential conflict here. Get away from the potential conflict, go to a place that's safe for a little while, and just rest. Because a lot of things can be solved that way. A lot of things can be solved that way. So that's the most present energy with us this week. Okay. Then we have what our highest priority is in the coming week. Oh, there we are. The highest priority for the coming week is temperance and balance. So again, tempering what we say, tempering what we do, and working with, I think we also, there's a lot in here for me too about working with the energies that are present, right? The energies affecting us that are around us, and finding the way to let those alchemically transform us a little bit from the inside out. Especially given that we have this cicada, right? So we've got the cicada here telling us, you know, oops, we're wrong way, where we need to rest, okay, and take some space for ourselves, get a break, and so forth. Part of that is going to be because our highest priority is to act from a place of balance, you know, where fiery emotions, fiery conditions meet with our emotions, with the way that we feel, with family relationships, with partners, with friendships, with people that we care about. We need to act from a place of discernment, discretion, and balance. So allow, you know, space, obviously, for these emotions to germinate a little bit and get some space and ease, so that we don't speak up or say something that we'll regret later. And then with this temperance card, you know that something is deeply being transformed. You know, something is being very, very deeply transformed within us in order for this card to appear. Yeah. And our spiritual development, in a way, when the temperance card comes up, to me, is also being highlighted here. You know, we don't go through this extraordinary alchemical process without there being a need for it, right? This is highlighting a lot of introspection, a lot of spiritual contemplation, understanding what's happening around us and relating it to our spiritual path a little bit more clearly, and then finding the way to literally walk our walk. You know, we've been dipping our toes in the water, so to speak, but finding the way to walk the walk is going to become a little bit more emphasized this week as well. Okay, so finally, what is it that we need to be mindful of as we go into the week this week? The Lovers. So there's a lot of change taking place, right? There's a lot of change and choices to be made. So what do we want to choose? You know, we need an order. We've got opposites coming together. We've got, you know, potentially opposing forces coming together. We've got choices to make about what we do next, right? So there's a lot of significant things taking place, and they're going to require us to work from a place that is more balanced and considering, we need to take our needs into consideration as we contemplate what choices are necessary, okay? The Lovers may indicate that the choices we make are to do with relationships, with romantic relationships. However, I feel more that it would be about how to balance romantic relationships in the wake of all the other things going on or taking place. And being mindful of how those things affect a loved one, or our beloved, whoever the beloved or the spouse or the partner is. How are they being affected by all of this? What choices are they needing to make? Do I need to make more space or time to allow for their process and for my process, and for there to be sharing of what that process is like? It could also be, for some of you, it could be recognizing the significance of their involvement in some of the things that you're contemplating. And how they are, how the two of you need to be making those choices together, okay? So that those aren't just choices that you're making on your own, but choices that are being made as a team. Yeah. So beautiful stuff, beautiful stuff. So we've got all three. Oops, this should go here, I think that works. This is our first card, so this is our spirit, or the energy that's most with us this week is the Four of Swords. So taking time and care over what we say, how we communicate, and getting space away from people, away from needing to speak, from needing to communicate and so forth where it's necessary. And that is because, the highest priority this week is pretty alchemical. We're transforming something within ourselves, within our lives, that's pretty deep. We're bringing together emotions and passions, and we have to do that from a place that is balanced. And a way to find balance is to get time alone, to contemplate and be with what's happening. Furthermore, we need to be mindful of the choices that are going to be made, and perhaps how those choices are going to affect a partner or loved one moving forward. Yeah. So, and possibly need to involve, your partner or loved one moving forward. So there we go. So that is our forecast for the week ahead, and I will be back with you on Thursday for, is it Thursday? Must be Thursday for the full moon, or the new moon rather. This, I don't pay attention to whether I say full or new. I seem to not know. It's not that I don't know. I can't seem to get the words out. There we go. So take care. I will see you again. Whoops, I'm trying to figure out where to put the cards without dropping them very, very soon. All right, take care. Bye-bye.